Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to class. How was your day? How was work? How was school? How was your day generally today? Good evening, everyone that has joined class. Good evening, Dairo, Nelly, Queen, Bello, Benga. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Isoken. Good evening. How has your day been? Good evening. Good evening, guys. Welcome to class. Nice to be here too. My day was fine, but hectic. So how has it been? Were you able to read up Google Doc? So I'm doing very well, thank you. Good evening. Did we practice the last activity? How many did? Nice. I got back yesterday, Michael. I'm back home. Thank you for asking. Babatunde Michael. I got home yesterday, so I'm at home now. No, not to add extensions on your browsers. I asked us to read up about Google Doc. And then if you had time to do a little practice on what we did on Tuesday, then it will be very nice. Nice. Ebenezer, I can see you read in URL, in title, in text, file type. Okay, nice. While we wait for others, were you able to carry out some other form of information gathering? And my baby is doing well. Thanks for asking. My baby is very well. Thank you, Temitope. Thank you. My baby is fine. Adeshina. Thank you. It's good to be home after a while. Okay. Bello says he's familiar with Google Doc operators now. Okay, nice. It's good to be home. Nice to be back home. Kayode, thank you. My baby is doing very well. Thank you, Ebenezer. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. All right. I can see some signs that people went through Google Doc. I can see in URL, in text for Google Doc. And nice. Greetings, everyone. Okay, someone said Edwin Nusi Olarewaju is asking all of us to press the like button. Let's like our video. Let's like this video. Yes, it's also called Google hacking or hack. Okay, so while we wait for others, good evening, everyone. Let's like our video. Let's like our video. Yeah, thank God I'm back home. Uchechukwu God's will. Thank you. Okay, so I'm happy to note that a lot of people read about Google Docking, and so we will not have much time to spend on that. So we'll be able to go a bit faster today, right? I would want us to do a little bit of scanning. Okay, so for those that are yet to read up, we might be a bit fast, so try to catch up. Okay, so we'll have a lot to cover this evening. I'm still reminding us that whatever you're being taught, it's basically for educational purposes, right? Yeah. Okay, you read Motigo. It's okay. Nice, Olarewaju. Beautiful. Okay, let Chichima said, let's take it slowly. It's okay. Thank you. Class has started. I'm seeing a lot of comments on Google Docking. Ifeoluwa Bello, I was wondering if I'm lost. I'm in the wrong class. Okay, this is cybersecurity class. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, it's good to be here. It's good to be in class. All right, so let's start up immediately. Alert your friends, those that are yet to be here, to join the class. And as you join the class, make sure you like our video, okay? Let's like our video and then keep it going. Thank you, guys. Oh, we are still very few in class. Oh, wow. Okay, let's give 3 more minutes extra time before we start off. Is that okay? Oh, nice. Okay, so we are up. Okay, beautiful. I think we should start. We should start. All right. So, welcome to class once again. It's nice having you guys here. And I pray that today we'll be able to follow along, and then God helping us will do more. All right. So, last time that was on Tuesday, we started with vulnerability scanning and penetration testing. And we started with the vulnerability scanning because assessment, and we talked about some tools that are used to, first of all, get your assessment based on how vulnerable a website is, or a domain, or a network. All right. And then we also talked about the methodologies, right, that are used to achieving that. And we talked about the importance as well of vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. Okay. And I also want to reiterate that whatever you're being taught is for educational purpose. You're not meant to use it on the network you don't have authority over, right? If you're not authorized, please don't go to hack into people's network or into any domain. whatever we're doing here is basically and solely for educational purposes. I need to put this up. Okay, please, this is a disclaimer. If you take your knowledge, whatever you're getting here, and then use it to do something malicious, you're on your own. Note that it is illegal for you to practice this if you are not legally authorized. All right. So please let's adhere to this information or this disclaimer. All right. Yeah, or you're on your own. Exactly. Right. So I needed to put this straight. Yeah, I needed to put this straight because we're going to go into scanning of networks and then doing some other things. So make sure you don't have any ulterior motive while coming to class, okay? Nice. Now we talked about the methodologies that can be used to achieving vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. And we started by planning and scoping. And we talked about reconnaissance. We are at this point, and then today we'll look at scanning. We are not done with our reconnaissance, right? We'll just touch a little on reconnaissance, and then we'll now go into scanning. Okay, so yeah, you should get course materials. I think the incubator will provide that for you at their own time. All right. So we talked about, can we just refresh our memories on some of the tools that we can use to gather information? Can we drop them on the chat box? Yeah, some tools we can use to gather information. I think we talked about 3 or so. Yeah, who is Shodan Wapalizer? Who is NS Lookup? Passive and active, okay. All of these are nice. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, remember we also said that all of these tools we just talked about 2 days back are passive tools. We are just getting our passive information. Our passive information are just information you get from the open source, you've not touched, you've not had any connection with your targets, all right? You're just gathering information that can easily be gotten, all right? So they are passive kind of information gathering, whereby you get information about your targets on the internet, on the website, and all of that using these tools. All right. So, and we also talked about the active type of information gathering, which we are going to look into a tool we'll use for the active kind of, that's the technical kind of information gathering. All right. So bear in mind that who is Wapalizer, NS Lookup, Shodan are all passive tools that we use in gathering passive kind of information about our targets. Okay, so nice, interesting. Now I want us to look at also DNS dumpster has a passive tool. All right, I want us to look at DNS dumpster. Is anybody familiar with that? Just one more tool on that, then we'll go to our Google Docking. DNS, sorry, King David, am I fast? All right, nice, sorry, okay. Someone is already, I don't know, already bringing to my notice that he doesn't want to miss out. He doesn't want to get lost. You won't get lost, King David. You are a king. King, don't get lost. No, DNS. Yeah, DNS dumpster. All right. Okay, I'll reduce my pace. Sorry about that. If I am fast. Okay, I will crawl then. DNS. DNS. DNS dumpster. Yeah, exactly. DNS dumpster. So with the DNS dumpster, you will be able to get more information about a particular subdomain, all right, its activities, the various IP addresses that could be found in that domain. Okay, so DNS dumpster is a kind of, it gives you a more advanced and a more technical kind of information than others we have talked about. All right, so I'll be sharing my screen now, and then yeah, we're looking at DNS dumpster has a tool for information gathering. Yes, yes, yes. What about, is anything wrong with my voice? No, I don't have, Justin, I don't have anything. Maybe the stress of my trip yesterday. Sorry about that, but I'm fine. Thank you. There's nothing in my mouth unless you want to give me something. Justina. All right. So, okay. Yeah. DNS. Okay, can you see my screen? Sure, it's up. Oh, God. So, can you see my screen? Yeah, no. You don't do that to extension. Okay, nice. So, this is DNS dumpster. I want you to get yours open as well. I want you to get yours open. Just go to your, yeah, if you're in front of your system, Amara, please just leave the voice and pay attention. You guys are cracking me up. Let's just face our class, okay? Okay, so if you're in front of your system, you can just go to your browser, DNS dumpster. Yeah, George, Spellman, DNS dumpster. Yeah, that's the spelling. Okay, okay. I'm waiting. Oh, no. Don't download it. Just go to your browser and then type DNS dumpster. Okay, if you're there, open, right? You'll see enter a domain to test, right? Enter a domain to test. So, okay, which domain should I test now? Okay, let me do cbn.gov.ng. Okay. So enter any domain to test. Oh God, it's Gabby. You never get system, but yeah, you've opened it. All right. So I opened this domain, right? Just choose any domain name, choose any. Yes, yeah, Adekunle showing enter a domain to test. I've done that already, so you can enter any domain you want. Enter any domain. Oh God, Friday. You said we have been testing money domains since. So do you have a problem with that? Okay, let me change. It's fine. Use any domain that makes you comfortable, okay? All right, so now you can see that when you used who is, right, you did not get this full record of subdomains, right? Am I correct on that? Nice. So, but now we now have another tool that would make you see a whole lot of subdomains and even their IP addresses. Okay, so this is another way of getting more information about a particular domain or a particular website. All right. So if you've seen that the information gotten from NS lookup is limited, then we went to who is also limited, though you need all of those information, right? Then also the information gotten from Wapalizer, mostly the technical stack of that website or that network. Then Shodan also gives you something a bit bigger or higher, right? But now DNS dumpster gives you a broader kind of records of the subdomain that are in that particular domain. All right. So now I used one website here, and someone is saying that we're always using money website domain, right? So this is another kind of information gathering. All right. So for my own the information I have here, I have a lot. I have meetings. I have the IP address, right? I have a lot. I have a lot of subdomain. Remember that these domain are part of the main domain, but they are divided, like they are subdomain of the main website. Okay, so that is why most times, if for instance, because Facebook doesn't use one IP address, for you to get more of these addresses, IP addresses, if you use Facebook as a target here, it's going to come up with a lot of subdomains. All right. And this is another kind of information gathering that if you want to work on any of these targets, right? For instance, here I have library. Here's the IP address. If I want to gain access to their library, I can just pick this IP address and work on it. And remember, yes, Tuesday we talked about planning and scoping. There are limitations, there are boundaries set. So if you're giving a boundary and you're just giving like a kind of, should I say, um, yeah, you're just giving a boundary within, let's say something like a black box testing, right? You're asked to a black box testing is you don't have any information, close to no information about your targets. Okay, for instance, you're just giving please, we want you to check our subdomain that deals with mails of CBN websites. The only thing you know now is just the CBN. So at this point, it is called black box testing. You have close to no information about your targets. So how do you get more information about maybe the subdomain that's responsible for mailing? All right. So DNS dumpster is a very good tool that will help you pick out those subdomains, because there you can find the IP address of whichever subdomain you're going to work with. Am I understood? Am I understood on this? Yeah, my screen is dark because that is the nice. Yeah, my batch. Who is this person? Thank you so much. All right. So you now have to get that subdomain for that particular scope. We talked about planning and scoping. Here I'm just giving the name, just the web address, cbn.gov.ng. But I shouldn't work on all of their subdomain, all right? So when I come here, it helps me. Which and which am I working on? Am I working on the library? Am I working on the mail? Am I trying to check for vulnerability on our chat services and all of that? So here you will see a lot of services and their IP address, all right? So this is it. No, no, please, and just Adekunle, just use whatever domain you're cool with. All right. So now, are we now clear with what DNS dumpster does? Are we clear? We have a lot of subdomains here, a lot, a lot. So you want to work with any, you can just download, just keep the log, and then use the IP address for whatever vulnerability assessment you would want to check. Okay, so now I'll stop sharing. Hope all of us got this. Did anybody get lost at this point? Yes, it helps us go deeper into a site. All right, so we are all together. Nice. Now we'll go to, I'm going to stop sharing. All right. So if you want to, for instance, I said Facebook has a lot of subdomains, right? It has a lot of IP address. James Damilare said, no, I don't know, I don't understand. Okay, fine. Then let's quickly go to our Google docking, also known as Google hacking, right? I asked us to read about it. So now we had looked at tools that gives us different levels of information about our targets. Different levels of information about our targets. Now let's try the Google docking. I need to share back so you understand what I'm about doing. So I asked us to read about Google docking. Can someone tell me briefly what he or she understood from what they read? Yes, Google docking. What is Google docking? Okay, King David, it's simple. Just go to your browser. Who said, who is lost this early morning? You shouldn't be lost. Yeah, so let's start with Google docking. What is Google Docking and what does it do? What did you read about? What information did you gather? Let's flood the chat box with our responses, please. Yes, it's Google hacking. Google Docking is using, okay. Martins says Google Docking is using Google to find information with specific keywords. Perfect. Yeah, to get more deeper info about what we need. All right. Okay, Google Docking is used to fetch sensitive information. Yeah, Google hacking. But what is Google hacking? If you're talking to a layman, Temitope, what is Google hacking? Technique that utilizes advanced search operators and all of that. Okay, so let's look at Google Docking, and then I think that will be all for the information gathering or for investigation of crime. Google hacking used advanced search operators to scan to find information. So another question quickly, were you able to use those keywords to search for information? Who tried the in URL or the in title or the in text? Okay, thank you very much for your definition. How many people used it? How many people tried using um how many of us used those, yeah, how many of us use those operators to search for information? And if you did, can you tell us the one you used? Did you use the sites, the in URL, in title, in text, file type? Which did you use and what came up? Okay, Frank said I did. Albert said, okay, I didn't use it. I don't know how to use it to make, okay, make a no go jail. You're not going to jail. Oh, no, you won't go to jail, please. Don't be afraid. I used the URL. I did. Okay, so in URL, I was able to see a lot of admin websites. I used in URL to find the website of a university. I did not. Okay, so it's fine. Let's just go through this and then we'll go for our scanning. All right. So Google Doc or Google Docking is also called Google hacking, right? It is used to give us exact results about our targets. All right. It is used to give exact results about our targets. You know, Google is a search engine that gives a general results. Whenever you search for something, it gives you a general result. It gives you as much as whatever number, right? But if you use the operators to search, if you use the operators to search, that's for Google Docking, it will limit those results to the exact results you want about your targets. For instance, if I want to target just universities, I just want university sites, right? I can just use keywords to get those information. Okay. If I want just online stores, right, I'll use keywords and also those operators to get my results according to what I want. Whatever my target is, I will get that exact result about my target. So Google Docking is like using some specific operators to get exact results about your targets. All right, using operators, specific operators, to get exact results about your target. And we have some of these operators are sites, we have in URL, we have in title, then we have, okay, we'll use it now, we'll use it. We have in text. Okay, for the sites, if you're using sites, the site operator signifies a specific site required. Just as I said, if I want just a specific site, I'll use the site operator and it gives me that specific site. All right. And then in URL, for it helps you check keywords in different URLs. For the in title, specific keywords in the title of a web page, specific keyword, specific title in a web page. If you're using the in title, we're going to do all of that shortly. Then if you're using the in text, it means you're searching for a keyword in a body of a web page. You're looking for a keyword. Now, I'm going to share my screen so that you will have a better understanding. Please, oh, Elijah Leke is not Wakalizer extension. It's Wapalizer, WAPPALYZER. All right. So check your spelling. Okay, now let me share my screen and then we'll be done with Google Doc in a minute or 2 or 3, depending on how we roll along. Okay, so now let me share my screen. Yes, I can. I'm about doing that. I can. Now, just hold on a bit. Let me share my screen. Okay, so please confirm if we need to like this page more. Okay. Yeah, I want to share my screen. Oh, sorry. I was just talking without moving my slides. I'm sorry about that. Okay, now, is my screen up? Not yet. Okay. Can you see my screen? Not yet. Okay, it's coming. Okay, now. Yeah, my screen is up. Now I want to it should be the network. Okay, now I want to go to a site, right? I want to use these operators to carry out some kind of information gathering. Okay, so now for sites, I want a specific site. I don't want any other result from any other site. Okay, I just want result from this particular site. So you first of all type sites, then colon, right? Colon. Then let me use Amazon.com. Okay, nice. So have you seen? I type sites, then colon, then Amazon.com. I will not see anything outside Amazon. All right. So here you can see that you can see Amazon delivery service partner programs. You can see Amazon Music Unlimited. You can see Amazon developers. You can see a lot of things. Sell on Amazon, Amazon Pharmacy. Welcome to Amazon. So everything you're seeing here is just based on Amazon, right? Right. So now this is what it does. It narrows it narrows the result to that specific website, or because I'm using a site, you can decide to use should I say whatever website you want to use. All right. So now it just shows you all the sites, all the domain or the sites concerning Amazon. Nothing else comes in. Okay. All right. So let's do something that will make you know that. Let me remove this site. Let me delete site and just click on Amazon. Have you seen? www.amazon.com. So I removed the site and then I typed www.amazon.com. Here I can see Facebook. I can see Facebook, Amazon, right? I can see which is the official Amazon. So I can say a lot of things that is not necessarily narrowed to Amazon. Okay. So I can even see videos. I can see Google Play, right? So have you seen the difference? Oh, my screen is not clear. Sorry. Okay. Now, you've seen that there are at least you've seen Google Play here, you've seen Facebook on our search. But if I just use the site operator and the colon, it just gives me Amazon straight. It doesn't, I don't need to see any other thing apart from Amazon. Okay, that's for sites. That's the site, right? That's for the site operator. That is for the site operator. Yes. Then let us look at the in URL. All right. Let's look at the in URL. Let's see how to use it. Please, are we all together? I just used sites. Now I want to use the in URL. So you first of all, okay, so okay, someone said no. Oluwaseun, is there a problem? I'm just trying to show you that the Google Doc gives you the exact result of your target. So I'm using Amazon now as my target. I don't need any other information apart from Amazon, right? So that was why I used the site Amazon. All right. So if I want more information about Amazon, I want a particular text that I'm looking for something in Amazon. I'm looking for a password or a username in Amazon. we are still coming to that. Okay, so this is what it does. It's giving me shops. All right. So now we're going to look at the next operator, which is the in title. Just the same thing. Okay. In URL, then let me use this in quotes and let's see what it gives us. NCC dot go. Let's see what we have here. Okay. The NCC. Okay. No, it's not giving me. Sorry, I didn't add this. Okay, I want to try using another. I want to try using another. Details are hidden while you share your screen. All right. Let's try this site. Since we're using Amazon, Amazon.com, then in title, admin. And let's see what happens here. Okay. So here's the admin page for Amazon also. Everything concerning admin. You find it here. All right. So if I want to do a general lookout on something, for instance, I want to look at let's use in text now. I'm looking for passwords and username, right? Generally now. Let's look for something more interesting. Let's look for in text. Then you give the colon, then username, file type, it's an operator. Then let's look for log. It's going to bring out, yep, nice. So now we have, if I want to look at log in with your, so if I pick any of, here we have GitHub, it has user logs, you have username logs, free accounts. I don't want to use a specific, a specific website. So you wouldn't try to go into their database and get their username and their password. All right. So that was why I used this, please. I typed in text, colon, username, file type, colon, then log. Here we have a lot of sites, right? Let's try and open this and see what we have. Let's try and open this and see what we have. So if you're giving a target and you're asked to look for the you're asked to look for the username and the password of systems or people that have searched or have gone through that domain, right? You can use this Google docking method to actually extract passwords and username. But I don't want to use a specific, I want to be very careful. I don't want to use a specific, oh, this one. Okay. I don't use any specific domain, okay? So now let's just try and see what we have here and then see how you can just check for usernames and passwords. No, I don't need all of this stuff. No. Oh, no. Sorry, I want to get, I want to open. This is free accounts to, okay. So here, this is just for it's not something very real, but here we can see that here's a login detail and here's a password for that particular login. Why I don't want to use a live something that is where you can just a website that so would not, because this is a public space. I wouldn't want us to get into trouble. But if you are to use this Google Doc to get username, you can just type the in text colon username, or in text, then you're going to type the website, right? You're going to type the website and then you type username and then file type with colon and then log. All right, I'll take that again, but please don't use it to go and try to log into people's website and start trying to search for managers' login details. Please, so I'm trying to be very careful here, okay? So I'm trying to be very, very careful at this point. Let me go back to something that might interest you again. Remember, I'm being careful, okay? So let me do something that is title. Okay, let me just use this. In title, this is a bit in title webcam, and then I want to look for live cameras that are here. Oh, network. Please, Friday, I need to be careful. Okay, what I typed was I used sites first of all, right? I used sites. I used the in URL, and now I am using in title. If you want to get passwords, what you do is just type in title and then password. It gives you list of password and username, right? List of passwords and username. So, but I said I am very careful at this point because I wouldn't want to use I wouldn't want to use, no, there are sites you can open and then you will see passwords and username. You could get like 800, 1,000 names and password, which if you carry out social engineering, 100 of those login details will fall in for it. Okay, so I want to be very careful with using that. All right, in text or title. I used in text and I use in text and I use in title also. Okay. Yes. Below operator is in title, webcam. I know, but it's not coming up. Their network is bad. I mean my own network. Please just please don't be lost too. I said all of these operators, the site, the in URL, the in title, the in text, the file type, can be used to gather more information. All right. So if I want to get information about password, username, I can use the in title. I can use the in title column, then the websites, my targets, my target address or my target domain name, and then you type in title and then log or whatever. It gives you if it is open to public, if it's open for in the public domain, you can get a lot of password and username. So I'm trying to open one. I did not, I just got this and I was a bit very careful because I don't know who is watching me from anywhere. So I need to be careful. All right. So please don't be lost. 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 These are things you can just read up. And that's why I asked us to read up about Google Docking because I wouldn't want to do a lot of open explanation using people's websites. Okay. So just go home and just read up and then try and do it on your own. It will give you the perfect results. Philip, do you have a website? Thank you. I don't want to fall into trouble. Thank you. Now, before we go for our break, by the time you come back, please, I want you to download and install Nmap. Download and install Nmap. No, thank you, Philip. I'm grateful. Oh, sorry, Mr. Nice. Don't worry. I said read up the Google Docking and then all of the operators. They are very simple to use, but I'm being very careful to let some information out the way they should, right? Because it won't be safe using someone else's website. Mr. Knight, hope you understand. Yeah. Nmap, yes. Nmap. N for nice. N for nice. N for nice. Yeah. N for nice. Please download and install. If you have problems with installation, when we get back, then I'll put you through. All right. So please, when we come back, if you have issues with downloading and installing Nmap, then I'll put you through. Yeah, you're going to download it. You're going to download it, yes, on your laptop. Oh, nice. He has. Okay, I think we should go for our break. Don't use, yes, Nmap, N for nice, then map. Yes, download and install. If you have issues with the installation, when we get back, we'll start from there. Okay. So now we're done to an extent with information gathering. We are going into scanning. I think it's going to be more interesting. We are now going into scanning. No, run Nmap on your Kali tool if you're using the latest version. Olabode, please, thank you. Just keep your website to yourself. All right. Yes. Yes. Nmap, ZenMap. Exactly. Preferably download that. Yes. Nmap, ZenMap. Yes. Very correct, Ido. Yeah, it is. On Kali, it is. So, but for those that are not using Kali, if you're using Windows, you need to download it if you don't have it. Let's go for a break. We'll come back. We'll be right back. All right. So, if you have issues with installing that, when we get back, try as much as you can to install. Okay, so let's go for a break. We'll be right back shortly. Thank you. Okay, let me just push this. Okay. All right. Welcome back, everyone. Are we done with the download and installation? Any problem, any challenge? Yeah, I took this time off, so we'll be able to do our download and then install Nmap for scanning. Waiting for me. Okay. Okay. Please forget about Canvas and then let's face our Nmap for now. I searched Nmap but was giving other apps. No. Download successfully. Welcome back. Installation setup, please. Okay, you have problem with installation. Okay. I now check your network. Okay, just go to your browser. Yes, Ebenezer. Very correct. Yeah, Nmap, Zenmap for GUI. Very correct, please. Who is saying no way to download Nmap? I'm waiting. Oh. Richard, are you sure you have enough space? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Download for Windows if you are using Windows, your browser, and click download Nmap. Click on the first link that has an eye, something like an eye, and then look for download. Click on download, then you see Windows, and then you'll be asked to click the latest release. So if you have downloaded and installed, just type done so I will know how many people are ready. I don't want to go back and forth on this. Oh, sorry about your battery. Sorry. Mm. Please, if you are done downloading and installing, let's know how far we have gone. So we'll start. Ah, okay. Indicate if you have downloaded or uninstalled. Please, 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 please. We are giving others 3 minutes to just join up to download and install if you're yet to. Those that have downloaded are not up to 50. Okay, nice. I haven't on Parrot OS. Still downloading. Don't click the link to download if you're yet to download on your way. Don't download it, still installing. Please let's be fast about it. Who is asking what she's downloading? Sarah, you're downloading Nmap for Windows. If you're using Windows operating system, just if you go to the website, you'll see download, then click Windows if you're using Windows, and then Mac OS and Linux. Go to application and click on Nmap if you're using Linux to check if it's supposed to be pre-installed on your Linux, but check your applications if it's up there. Go to application and search Nmap. If you don't have if you don't have laptop for now, I don't think anybody. Not pre-installed. Oh, sorry about that then. It's your network. If it's not moving, then try again. Yes, if yours is showing Zenmap, it's fine. Femi Bello, beautiful. So you'll be able to use the GUI interface, the graphic interface, and then the command line also. Exactly. If you see 7.97, click on it. Have it on your Kali, you're good to go then. Yes, you're right. Adekule, it's okay. Can we start? I think, yes. Philip, yeah, yours is fine. Yeah, it's okay. Can we start? I think we are good to go. So if you are done downloading and installing, right? If you're done downloading and installing, can you see it on your desktop? Is it on your desktop? All right. Now, we won't waste much time. So go to your command line, your command prompts. Go to your command. Let me share my screen so you see what I'm doing. That's installing of Nmap is not a difficult thing. It's a wizard. So it just keeps asking you yes and next, and all of that, right? Okay, now, so if you can see yours on your desktop, then open your command line. Sorry, your command prompts. Same thing. Go to command prompts. That's dark interface. Are you there? Let me share my screen. Godwin, we are downloading Nmap, sir. Yes, sir, we are downloading Nmap. So now, if you can If yours is set, let's do this. Okay, can you see my screen? Your command prompt on your system now, right? Your command prompts, go to command prompts. If you're sure you have downloaded the Nmap and it's properly installed, can you see my screen? I don't know why my screen is not up. Oh, why no? Can you see my screen now? Can you all see my screen? Can you see my command prompts? Yes, nice. So I want you also to open your own command prompt. Go to open command prompts, right? And then for you to be sure that your Nmap is properly installed, I need you to type Nmap, give a space, uh, give a space, then double dash, then version. Nmap, give a space, double dash, version, then enter. Do you have something like this on your screen? I don't know if my screen is up. Oh. Yes, now command prompt usually is this dark interface, right? So when you typed Nmap, You give a space. So what's your version? What's the version of Nmap? You don't need to see my own. Just make sure you type what I asked you to type, and then your version will come up, and then you'll see some other things there. Yes, Nmap space double. Yeah, exactly. Nice. So we are on the same page. Version 7.97. I'm saying 7.95. You didn't install the latest version. 7.97. Okay. Nice. Okay. Nice. Beautiful. So it means you have successfully installed your Nmap. And remember, we are done with our information gathering stage. The next stage is scanning. We are going to scan our we're going to scan IP addresses, we're going to scan domains, we're going to scan for ports, and we're going to also scan for vulnerabilities, right? Because that is why we are here at this point. Now, this Nmap is a tool that will enable us scan for vulnerability, right? We are going to do that, and it's going to help us check the severity risk of any vulnerability that comes up. Okay, so if you can see the version of your Nmap, the next thing you're going to do for me is to scan for an IP address. Scan an IP address. And how do you do this? Okay, nice, beautiful. Oh, the any challenge. Oh, okay, I should slow down. All right, I'm slowing down. Okay, what do you want us to do, Charles? What's your challenge now? What's the challenge you're having? You shouldn't be lost. Charles, did you download the Nmap and did you install it? Oh, oh, okay. The command prompt's not giving me. What's it not giving you? What did you type? What did you type? What command did you type? Installation successful, Charles. What did you type? Oh. Once you have downloaded, please, to make sure that you have your Nmap properly installed, I just gave one command. Type Nmap, give a space, double dash, and then version. After that, you hit enter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is it. Nmap, space, then version. Nelson, you're to type Nmap, give a space, double dash, then version. Please, I can't attend to all of these challenges one after the other. Let's try and meet up, okay? Okay, now I want us to scan a particular IP address. Do you know how to get your IP address? Do you? Yes, I want you to scan your IP address or any particular IP address or a host name. Now, the command you're to use is nmap. You're scanning an IP address now. Nmap. 192. 2.168. Now you want to scan. I'm scanning this IP address. Nmap, then the IP address, and then you click enter. You hit enter. Nmap, your IP address or any IP address you want to scan, then hit enter. Okay, this has given me. Are we all here at the same page? Are we on the same page? Please try and follow. We are now scanning. We are already scanning. I don't know. My screen should be showing now. It's from the back end. Sorry. Is there a problem? Yes, there's a space. There is a space. Hold on, let me check what the problem is. My screen is full already. Okay, I said you should type Nmap. If you have typed the version, if you've seen your version, the command is Nmap, give a space, and then the IP address. Just the IP address. You know how to look out for your IP address now. So what happened? What did you see? Hi. Someone is asking me how to get the IP address. Oh, did you see some ports open? Please, I need your response. You do Nmap, type Nmap, give a space, then the IP address, and then press enter. What did you get? Someone said so many ports. So many ports on yes, and 999 ports closed. Nice. Okay. You have 4 ports open. Oh, nice. So now we have scanned an IP address. Okay. So if you are able to scan an IP address, I just want you to clap for yourself. Just clap so that I'll know how many people are able to scan an IP address before we scan for vulnerability. If you're able to scan an IP address, any IP address you want to scan. You shouldn't be lost. This is very simple. I just need you to scan that any IP address. If you don't know how to get your own IP address, go to Google, type what is my IP address or my IP address. It will give you your IP address and then pick your IP address and then use it to scan. See, all these things we are teaching you, that is why we started from IP address. So you'll be able to get your IP address. Anytime you're asked to scan for, scan your IP address or scan any IP address, even if you don't know the IP address, I think you should be able to search and then know what to do at this point, right? So if you don't know your own IP address or the IP address you want to scan, we've passed that stage now. You don't need to be asking which IP address. How do I get my IP address? No. Okay, now let me charge my phone. Done. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Nmap. For those that are yet to Nmap PN 105.113.33.144. Okay, so beautiful. Now, Faith, you went to Zenith Bank. Beautiful. I like your mindset. Beautiful. Now, we want to scan for vulnerability. All right, let's scan a specific port. Now I want to scan a specific port. Which of the ports would you want to scan? Okay, nice. So you want to scan a port. You want to scan a specific port. Okay, you want to scan 443. Type Nmap. Type Nmap. Give a space. Minus P. Minus P for ports. P for ports. Give a space. Then the port number. The port number. Give a space. And then the IP address. Should I come again? We want to scan a specific port at this point. You're able to scan an IP address, right? Beautiful. Now we want to scan a specific port. And I'm saying port 443 and port 89, whichever port you want to scan. Beautiful. Now, the command that you use to scan a port, a specific port, is nmap. Nmap. Yes. Give a space. Minus P. P for ports. Then give a space. The port number. If it's 443, if it's 80. Then the IP address. Give a space and the IP address. No one is even responding to me in why I can't reach that end. Have we done that? Were you able to scan? Okay, closed. Gospel Chechuku, done. What happened? What happened? What did you see? My screen is upcoming. No, it's still there. Done. Okay, so what happened? What really happened? What happened? Okay, not shown, 100 filters. None of my ports are open. Host is up, port state service, nice. Okay. Okay, to scan for specific ports, type Nmap, give a space, -P or -P, I don't know which one you'll understand better. Then the port number, give a space, and then your IP address. If the port is closed, fine. If the port is okay, I'm saying something interesting. Port state service filtered, what port? Any port you wish to. Yes, and Victor, you can use -PN, then the port number. Nmap done, one IP address, one host of scanned in. Oh, all 100 scan ports on are in ignored states. Beautiful. So none of my ports are open for my own network. Okay. Then, are we good? Were you able to scan any ports? All right. Now, let's move a bit faster. I want us to scan for vulnerability, just basic vulnerability scan. Can you hear me? Oh, port 80 open. Okay, let's scan for basic vulnerability. Are we together? Are we together? 4 ports open. Sorry, it's the time. If your ports are closed, fine. Let's scan for vulnerability. Host is up, port 11135 open, all ports are closed, ghost mode on my markers. Nice. Who can hear her? Can you hear me? Port state service open, very well. How do I say port number? Very well, ma. Okay. Can you hear me? We have limited time. We have 8 more minutes. I want us to scan for vulnerability. Please, guys. Okay. All right. Now, want to scan for vulnerability. Listen carefully. Nmap, give a space. Nmap, give a space. Then double dash. After the last dash, after the second dash, write script. SCRIPT, script. Give another space. Write VULN. Then the IP address. No, this command I'm just calling out now is the one that will show you if there are vulnerable ports that are open. So I'm coming again with the command nmap, give a space, double dash, then script. Thank you very much, Olarenwaju. Nice. He has dropped it on the chat box. Yeah, for basic vulnerability, just do your nmap, double dash script, VULN, then your IP address. Press enter. Thank you for that, Olarenwaju. Thank you. Out. Yeah, so what did you get? What did you get? What came up? Hmm. A false. Fail to open device. Fail to initialize. Create warning. No target specified. Um, Akwaji, did you type in the correct? Failed to initiate the script engine. No target was. It failed to initiate the script. Failed to initiate. Zero host and broadcast. Oh, thank you very much. Ademola, host scripts. Vulnerable. Yes. Hmm. Okay, so Abiola, you have one vulnerable port that is open, and this is vulnerable CVE to 2012 1182. Okay. Yes, there should be a space. Oh, there should be a space. Space. Oh, space, space, space. Not vulnerable. Okay. Yes. Mm. Okay. This Nmap give a space, double, double dash, then script. There should not be space after the last dash, right? Script. Then you give a space. Then that's VULN, give a space, then your IP address. And even there's a vulnerable port that is open. I can see the number 1182. Hmm. Okay, you said I should answer me on the IP that just scan your IP address, your network now. You could just scan your network or scan any other network that you have access to the IP. Okay, so now keywords you should look out for when you should look out for the state. If you see states, if you see not run, if you see vulnerable, it means that port is vulnerable, right? Then there is this CVE, which stands for Common Vulnerability Exposure, CVE. Once you see CVE with the number, it means there is a common vulnerability exposure on that network. All right. I would also want you to read up this common vulnerability exposure, so that when you see a number, you should know what that vulnerability is all about. Please, can we take this again? It's 9 o'clock already. So it's fine if you don't have any vulnerable ports open. It's okay. You could keep trying some other IP address, and then you'll see this CVE. If you see CVE anywhere, it means common vulnerabilities exposure, and there are different severity risks to that. It could be high, it could be low, it could be medium, it could be high, and it could be critical. Yes, CVE means common vulnerability exposure. Yes, and the severity rates could be low, it could be medium, it could be high, and it could be critical. So whenever you see any CVE, that's IDS CVE, that number, you could pick it up and then study about it. All right. Mine is saying still scan timing about, okay, done. Okay, pick that CVE, the ID, the number there, and just read about it. Click on browse CVE, you'll see what that means. These are vulnerabilities exposures. They have different numbers, and then they'll tell you what it's all about. It's a whole lot. Or you can read about the OWASP top 10. No, it's not intrusion detection, it's the IDO. That IDS there is not intrusion detection, is the identity for that CVE, for that common vulnerability exposure. The ID there is not for intrusion detection, please. Okay, mine is CVE 2012. So go and look for CVE 2012. Browse it and see what it will tell you. Go and read about CVE. Once you see vulnerable, right? Once you see the state, if you see vulnerable, you see state vulnerable, then you see IDS colon CVE with the number, right? It means there is a vulnerability on that system, on that network. But if you don't see, it means you are fine. You can look up for CVE to learn about them, right? Okay, now someone is coming up. He saw CVE. That's Martins Ola. Sorry, please. Oluwa Pelumi CVE 2005-3299. Please go and read up and allow remote attackers to include local files via the. So read up. Read what this is. Pretty Matthew. Thank God you are coming up with the required result. I see CVE too. Yeah, it means there is a common vulnerability exposure on this particular network. That is why you're getting this ID, this CVE ID. Okay, Precious, what's your message? States likely vulnerable. Okay, Uchechukwu. Oh, yours passed now. State likely about CVE. Yeah, Goswill Uchechukwu, go and read up about CVE. This is a common vulnerability exposure that has been found in your network. There are a lot of common vulnerability exposure. Each number has what it stands for. All right. So when you read up, you will know what this number stands for. Yeah, I have CVE 2012. So it means there is a vulnerability exposure with this number. Okay, Ayobami. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name well. It's dark, I can't see. You don't need to see my own, just do the hands-on. Nice. So this one has vol 142 the non-match. Okay. Keep trying though. If you do it once and you don't get it, doesn't mean keep trying. Your network might be slow. Remember your scanning. It's not something you will do once and go and sleep. Try other networks. Just keep trying, and then so you'll be able to know the meaning of those CVEs. We went out scanning. No, this is now the active kind of information gathering. Now we are now touching, we are having direct contacts with we've started gaining contacts with our targets. So for those that have seen some CVEs on their network, we have already started gaining direct access with our targets, okay? Oh, our time is up. We'll continue next class, please. Thank you very much. Sorry, the time is not, it's not as if, our time is usually not our friend. So if I'm a bit fast, just bear with me. If I am not, just try and go through the video again, replay, and then do your findings, okay? Thank you very much, everyone. It's becoming a bit technical, but trust me, it's what you can do. Just read up, read up. It's not what you will just see and go to bed, right? Read about CVE so that whenever you see a particular number, you can just check, okay, this number, what does it stand for? All right. Thank you very much. If you're able to get your Nmap, you're on the right track. If you're yet to install, if you're yet to download and install, just do that and then play around with it. Look for these commands, get the IP address, scan for IP address, scan for ports, scan for vulnerabilities. These are the three things we did this night, okay, using our Nmap. So just keep trying different various networks and see what you need to get out of it. Thank you very much, everyone, and do have a restful night. Bye.